Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout following along with this week's A Cherry on Top sketch challenge. So I kind of showed the sketch. I always end up kind of scribbling it down ahead of time to kind of give you an idea. So there's one photo, there's some trees to the left of the photo, and then there's kind of a circle around the photo with some journaling to the bottom right. So I am going to follow that pretty closely. However, they had a horizontal photo and I have a vertical photo, so that is a little bit different. And I am adding a border around mine. So I am using the Hearth Holiday collection. I always say it wrong. So that's what I am going to be using. And for this one, I only have the collection kit. I have no extra ephemera, nothing like that. So a little bit more challenging for me, at least, only because I like to have lots and lots of different options. So the photo I'm documenting today is this one here. It is a photo of an ornament my sister got me the year my grandma passed, and I had kind of forgotten about it when we put the tree up. I don't know if it was that same year or the year after, but it must have been the year after. And so it holds a special place in my heart because my grandma, she was very special to me. And so the fact that my sister got me this ornament just meant a lot. So that is what the photo is. For my circle, I initially thought about stitching a circle. Instead, I used my, I don't even know, I think it's Thickers from American Crafts, and I think it's supposed to be more so for titles. But I usually use it as a stencil, and so I cut out the circle, same paper I matted the layout in, and then roughed up the edges because even though I traced around the circle, I still do not cut completely straight. So roughing up the edges just kind of hides any of the blemishes. So I am actually going into my Close to My Heart stash for my dies. Quite honestly, I was actually just telling my aunt, I don't think I have really gotten into my stamps and dies from Close to My Heart really since I got out of it, which was almost a year ago, which is very sad. But it's not something that I usually tend to go towards when I scrapbook. It's just out of pure laziness because I think they can be really beautiful. I just don't want to spend the time stamping and then cutting them out. But this layout kind of warranted that. I needed some Christmas trees, and I remembered I had these trees here, which technically could have been just triangle dies if you have those. I did decide to do tone on tone though, using the stamps here. You can't see it very well, but I used the scarlet ink and stamped on top of that triangle. The rest of them had a busier pattern, so I didn't want to do that with the other two trees. But I did cut the trees out in two different sizes, two smaller ones, one larger one, and really wanted to kind of choose papers that included all of the colors in the layout. So I have a green one, I have a red one, and then I have I use French vanilla. I don't like using it anymore because I don't have very much, but that's kind of what I have found. The old Close to My Heart French vanilla really matches the Simple Stories collection so well. So that's what color I will call the background of the other patterned paper there, because that's what, I found matches. So I am going to map my photo. It's so hard. I don't like cutting into a full sheet of 12 by 12 papers for a mat, but I really wanted a green paper for this one, and so I did. I used a green paper out of the collection for the mat for my photo, but I wanted it to stand out against that plaid circle there. That is kind of going to be the base for my photo. So this one, it's very simple, more simple I feel like than I prefer, which is crazy. I like clean, but I almost feel like, and you'll see, I almost feel like I needed another pattern paper as a strip along the bottom, whether or not that was underneath the circle or on top of the circle, but kind of something for those trees to sit on. And maybe after the fact, I will go back and add it, because for some reason, I don't know, the photo is extra special to me. So when that is the case, I feel like I put more pressure on myself for the layout. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I feel like, you know, the pressure's on when I really want to showcase a particular photo. So I actually used a little cut apart from the collection for my journaling. I don't think I will need to journal a lot about this, but I will want to journal a little bit. And in the sketch, they had journaling on the bottom right as well. So that's kind of how I incorporated it. There are quite a few cardinals in this collection, and I decided to use quite a few of them. I do feel like they are pretty symbolic, and actually just on Thanksgiving, as it is a blizzard outside, I had one on the front porch, and it's almost instinct to just say hi Gigi when I see it. So when they are layouts like this, I definitely try to incorporate all of those cardinals, and I think I get 2 of them on this layout. So yes, one on each side kind of the photo, looking into the photo. So I did find my title. Just remember, that is actually from, oh man, Vicky Bouton's collection. It's the outdoor collection, something fern maybe. I don't know. I'm losing it. I can't remember a particular collection, but that is what the title is from. I have gotten rid of most of that collection, but I do like her titles. So that one is absolutely perfect for this photo. But again, very plain in the top, and without having embellishments or ephemera, I had to fussy cut, which is not the end of the world, but it's definitely not one of my favorite things to do. So I did fussy cut a corner flower. Initially, I wanted it to kind of be underneath of the R in the title, but then when I cut it, I realized I had cut a corner flower, which is great. It worked out really nice actually up there. I was able to kind of bring more color, another embellishment to the top, and fill in quite a bit of that white space at the top. So I did end up kind of sprinkling some hearts around there, and I went into a little container I have and found the gold glitter gems from close to my heart, and decided to try to use all of those up. I only had a handful of them left, and kind of thought the gold would look really nice on this layout. So I did sprinkle some of those, but then I decided the bottom needed some more color, maybe underneath of that journaling spot there. So I decided to fussy cut another flower. This time it is a blue one. I don't even know what color blue that you would call it, but it's really pretty. And so I did cut it just from the edge again, so it will just tuck underneath of that journaling spot really nicely, and just elongate that a little bit as well. But in doing so, it left me more spaces for either hearts or the glitter gems, and I had kind of used them all up already, so I kind of had to reposition some of them. So I did get the black heart from the top, and I moved that down to the bottom, and then but I did end up moving the gold glitter gem, which the glue came off, but not the end of the world, but moved that over a little bit, and then moved the red heart down. So that is going to finish off this layout. Again, it's the Cherry on Top sketch challenge for this week. All of the sketches are due by midnight on Wednesdays. If you want to follow along, definitely check out their blog for the sketch each week. You do get cherry points if you participate, so that is always a plus. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.